Peace, YouTube family. Um, I have put together something to make for us. Uh, Tonight I'm going to be doing soup and sandwich. But the sandwich is going to be like a flatbread, flatbread bread rolled up. I'll be making a lentil burger and some soup out of leftovers. Now, I pre cooked the lentils. So I have the lentils already done, and this is how they looked. I didn't season them or anything because I am going to make it out of a burger. So, um, I'll be seasoning the lentils and chopping up the food that I'm going to put in it. Because I'm going to put some vegetables in it, like onion. Um, and I almost forgot to get my onion, but forgive me because, please, I sound a little draggy because the rain. It's a rainy day today, and I'm a little bit groggy. I didn't have any of my um, macaroni I was telling you about in the other video. That's still sitting in the refrigerator, and yeah, avoiding that. But I'm going to do um a little food chopping. Looks like this onion has a little bit of brown. Oh, okay, it's not a little brown. That was just some more of the skin. So I'm gonna get right into it. And another thing that I did, I left the juice from the lentils. I left the juice from the lentils in the pot. After I strained the juice, I put it back in the pot so I can use the lentil juice to make my soup. So, um, I was telling you in the other video that um, I want to go vegan, and I am serious about that. But I happen to have products still in my home that are not vegan, like butter, um, creamer, half and half, because I drink coffee. Um, Not all the time now. I try to drink, decaffeinated. So I don't mess with caffeinated coffee. That gives me a headache. I don't like anything that gives me a headache. If I don't have any, then I get a vicious headache. So no, I don't want to mess with that either. So these products that I still have in my home, I'm not going to throw them out. I'm going to finish using them, but the dish that I'm doing today won't consist of them. Um, so what I'm putting in this lentil burger, you'll see besides the vegetables that I'll be using is the onion, um, jalapeno. I love jalapeno. So I'm gonna chop up some jalapeno in it, and let me see. I'm trying to think, will I put corn? Since I'm putting oatmeal in it, I will be putting, I did say mushrooms, didn't I? I'll chop up some broccoli because, let me see, I'll use the spinach. I'll use the spinach in the soup. Ooh, that onion. You see my eyes, right? The onion is getting to my eyes. These are the mushrooms. I have portobello. It's chopped up, small portobello mushroom. And I took them out the freezer. I buy them fresh, but I chop them up and I put them in the freezer. So that'll be going in a burger. I'm not going to put it in a soup. Um, Now, what I do have for the soup, um, is some leftovers. This was something like a whole. This was leftover from a salad, and what I did is I put it in the freezer because I didn't finish the rest of it, and I didn't know if I was going to eat it the next day. So, it's tomatoes, spinach, cucumber, and probably onion in here somewhere too, knowing me. Um, so what I'm going to do with this ball of vegetables is I'm going to use this in the soup. Um, then I'm making from the juice from the lentil. And um, let me see. I'll show you the. I got my spinach. I'm gonna put some spinach in the soup because I want the broccoli because of its the texture and everything. I want that to go on a burger. Um, so this is the whole wheat tortilla I'm gonna use, and I'm going to roll it. So this is what I'll be putting the lentil burger in, and I'll be cutting up fresh vegetable to put on that sandwich. So, um, and I think I want this like, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna put this back in the refrigerator until we get ready for it. So it's just a little light dinner, and I'm going to put this down where you can see me chopping, and you can hear me talking. All right. Oh, the lentil jumped out over here somewhere. Okay, and this is my jalapeno. So all of this stuff is going to get chopped up. I really wanted some carrot in here, which I have carrot in the freezer, but I don't think I'm going to put carrot in there. And before I enter the vegetables into the lentils here, I'm going to season it with salt, pepper, and turmeric. As you know, if you've been viewing my channel, I love me some turmeric in my stuff. So that's what I'll be using. And oh, jalapeno. I just love me some jalapeno. I like something spicy, but not over spicy. I don't overdo it with the spicy. I actually hate that. Like, I like my food to be comfortable to eat. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set this in the soup over here, which makes more sense. and in the juice from the lentil. And I'll show you if you can see it well. I don't think you can see it well. Here's a little more light. But this is the juice. It's just a little juice from the lentils. So because I didn't cook that much, I'm going to make as much as the burger will make of the sandwiches, even if I have to put them up, or put some to a side and just leave the burger. Yeah, you leave the burger for another day. Some of it. So yeah, this has onions in it. Got a lot of onions too. I know me. Oh, yeah. So that's onion, tomato, and spinach. That's in there. So I'm gonna put this on low. Matter of fact, I think I'm just gonna put it on a medium flame. That's better. On a medium flame for the soup. Stick this bag in the freezer. As I use those for my garbage bags when I get finished with them, or to store more food. And in my soup, I'm gonna put the rest of this jalapeno in my soup. I'm gonna take that big chunk of seed out. I don't want that in there. Take the center of it out. I don't use all those seeds in it. And when you're cutting peppers like this, like be careful, that you don't put your hands all on the inside while you're cutting, because what happens is, like if you haven't experienced it yet, um, that pepper, it sticks to your skin and it don't burn right away, but it'll start burning. And it's awful when it does that. So even if you get a little bit of that juice on your hands, like wash your hands after you get finished dealing with this. Just a little safety tip so you won't get surprised by it. Okay. Oh, that's where it went. Wow, it went far. Okay. And I'm going to take this off of here. It's just the seeds and the garbage part of the jalapeno, um, which is not the seeds, but the stems themselves. Seeds are definitely not trash. If you can keep those and save them, it's better than having to go and figure out if you're getting real seeds. If you brought real food and it has seeds, save your seeds, please. Save them, even if you don't have a garden yet. Save them. Okay, these are going to go inside the soup, so I'm going to put these big chunks in the soup. And after I get the soup all started, then we'll work on the burger. And I think that's going to be really tasty because lentil is tasty. Lentil, it's like a meaty bean. It's really good. So if you're transitioning from meat to all grain and legumes and vegetable, then lentils are one of your best friends because that makes a great burger sandwich. Great. I eat it regardless. And I've been eating these for years. So you do them how you want to do them. Put in it what you want to put in it. I don't like to use flour in it. So I use something like oatmeal for a base. And um, for those of us who have good eggs to you know get to, if you have the good eggs that's raised right and everything, and it don't affect you in any kind of way, then egg is a good base to help it stick together. Egg, and for us that try not to mess with that, for whatever reason, um, oatmeal. Oatmeal is good. You don't have to cook it. Don't cook the oatmeal. No, you don't have to. Just don't cook your oatmeal. Um, Put it in there. Use it like you would use flour. So, and just put it. It's not going to ruin it unless you really, really overdo it with the oatmeal. So, um, I would say it depends on how much beans you're using. Depends on how much oatmeal you'll use. And you can even get, recipes on Lentil Burgers or whatever. You know, recipes that's, not like this, because most things that I cook, I go off of, just pure instinct with a lot of things that I cook, or my taste buds, whatever I want to put in it, in a lot of cases. So, but it's also not, it's also, you should, you know, check out different things, see what they are, know the science of cooking and everything, which is something that I have to study too, because we can cook something that can really damage us, or we can cook something that can really heal us. So just keep that in mind as well. There's a science to cooking. So I don't want to, give you what I'm cooking and then just, leave it at that. I won't feel right. Oop, I'm getting ready to dump that in there. Now that's the mushrooms, jalapeno, and onion right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to season, and my soup is starting real good right here. So I'm going to take this corn and I'm going to dump a little corn in it, in the soup. So can you see it? Yeah, I'm going to dump a little corn in the soup, and it's just a little, so I mean, a little bit of soup. So I take one of my little cups and I'll put this much corn in it. So this soup that I'm making right here is probably a good 16 ounces. Looks like in a pot. Yeah, probably a good 16 ounces of soup. So it's like really, it's just a little. Um, okay, that's my corn. And this is another thing I want, because I hardly ever eat these. I don't know why, but my appetite, it just goes, I gotta force myself nowadays to, like, just go ahead and eat my vegetables, because I grab a sandwich quicker than anything, and that's the truth, and that's not good. So I'm going to put these in the soup, get these in here, and I just added a little because I don't need much of that in there. It's enough throughout the soup. I don't want it to take over, anything. I don't want anything to take over the soup. So put that in there, and then I gotta get it seasoned. And I'm gonna hurry so we can move on to our delicious burger, which I know y'all waiting for the burger. I know you are. You don't have to tell me. Mm. And add my salt in here. A little salt, and of course a little turmeric. Get my turmeric. I got this turmeric, this jar. Ooh. Ooh, part done. Mm. Don't worry, I went downward with that one. So when you get your taste, it's not in there. Alrighty. Now, this black pepper in my soup. Ooh. Mm. I don't know what got me sneezing. Okay. Had to run off for a minute. And I'm going to put a dash of red pepper. That's a little dash. Don't worry. And, ooh, oh my goodness, I really want to sneeze again. Okay. Get my vegetable oil. And I'm going to add a little vegetable oil there. Just a little. Some in the cap. Ooh. I'm telling you, that sneeze keep trying to get me. All right. Stir that a little. That soup is going to be delicious. That's going to be delicious. I can see it now. Oh my gosh. Okay. So I just put a dash of this cayenne. That's another love of mine. I love cayenne. So, all right. We have our mushrooms, jalapeno, and onion. Mm. Okay. Here, I'm gonna put this back in the freezer. I had a frozen cucumber. I was going to use this instead of my cucumber going bad because I wasn't going to finish it in time. I put it in the freezer. Yeah, and it'll hold. And what you can do with those cucumbers, believe it or not, you can take and fry them up. You can stir fry cucumbers too as well, and it's really delicious. Okay. Now I'm gonna season this right here. All right, done. And I don't want to put too much salt in it because I do not want it to be salty. Oh my gosh, I hate that. So that's enough salt right there. Stir that into that. And being that it's a burger, I'm not going to put turmeric in here since I have turmeric in my soup. But what I am going to do is use this, some sage. Now this really kicks it off. If you're making a burger or something, sage is that's that seasoning. I'm telling you. For you meat eaters and non-meat eaters, sage is that seasoning. Especially if you want to take like ground turkey and make like sausages out of it, that's what to do it. That right there will do it. Along with like any other seasoning that you use. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to put some red seed. I see. I put I'm putting this. It's not in its original bottle. So I'm gonna use some red seed in this because it's really good in burger and sausages. And that's all I need. I don't need much of that. And what I'm going to do, since I'm not going to do it yet, but I want to move to a bigger bowl, like after we do this together. Now, with the lentils, you can go ahead and mash them. After you season it up, go ahead and mash them. So you'll have like the consistency of burger meat, of ground burger. And after you do that, you're going to add your oatmeal. I'm just flinging this all over the place. Like, I want to clean up that bad. Oh, all right. Something in the pot was making me sneeze. It might have came out of probably the pepper that was in the soup. Oh, it smells so good already. Let me turn it down some. Mm, mm. Oh, that smells so good. And it's cooking in the lentil juice. That smells proper. Okay, now I'm going to take these after I get the oatmeal, and I want to put the spinach in there. Now, where did? Okay, I know where I put my oatmeal. Okay, guys and girls, I'm going to dump this in here, and I only need a little bit. I don't need much of this because I don't have that much in the bowl. Let me get one of my little spoons just so I can maneuver better with this. All right. Now I'm going to stir this up. Get the oatmeal stirred in there. Now you can put as much oatmeal as you want to, but I don't want that much oatmeal in mine. I want it to bind it really good though. And I have it so stiff because I drained all of the juice out of it after I got finished boiling. I soaked my lentils first. Lentils don't take long to soak like other beans. So I soaked my lentils, and all I need is a half hour in hot water, and then you cook them, and they're done. Um, really, um, if they're good beans, in about a half hour, they'll be done. And oh, what I'm going to do, excuse me, all that sniffling. Uh, what I'm going to do is I'm going to set my fryer, I'm going to put the fryer on, and I'll put that on the medium flame and set my oil in the pan. So I'm gonna let the oil cover the bottom of the pan. I don't need like deep. You don't want to deep fry this. So I don't need like a whole bunch of oil, but I will let it cover the bottom of the pan. And enough where you will visibly see a lot if you pick this up. If you lean it, don't pick it up though. If you lean it a little, then you're going to see a good amount of oil. Mm. Okay. Alrighty. Washing my hands again. And now I have the seasoning and the oatmeal in here. So now what I'm going to do is let me set this spoon over here. While this pot is getting nice and hot, I'll set this on a medium flame so it'll be nice and hot because you don't want it to be no little sizzle. You want a nice sizzle so your burger will cook nice. So now I'm entering the onions, jalapeno, and mushroom. Finally, I know you was waiting for this step. So it's finally done. I hope you're happy. I really hope you're happy. You see how fuzzy this looks? I don't like it when it looks like that. It's fuzzy again. So I'm stirring this in and I'll put it back down to take you on that journey when we roll the burger. And I still want to add the broccoli in here. You can either put broccoli or spinach. I think I want broccoli because I'm going to chop it fine. So for some reason I have to taste for broccoli. With all this in here, you don't really have to add much more. Really don't. Unless you want to. And I'm gonna tell you something about the lentil burger. When you do your your burgers, the lentil burger, you don't have to put in everything that like you see in many recipes to make it, more dense, more like a meat and everything because of the taste and the texture. It makes up for that without you missing, like really missing. Well, I know I don't really miss the meat texture because it makes such a great sandwich. Yet you really just don't miss it like that, you know. Um, Especially if you season it the way that you like to season it, because I see a lot of recipes where people do some things to make the whatever they're using more like a meat. And like I want to try one of those recipes. I like it. I want to try one of those recipes, but I would like to try it with mushroom. I would like to try it with mushroom, but for lentil, I don't have the need for that one. And to be honest, I never seen anybody. I don't think I've seen anybody do it with lentil. They might have, but I don't think I've seen it. Um. All right, I smell the oil. When you smell the oil like that, usually it's nice and hot. So what I'm going to do? Oh, let me put my vegetables in here. Be right back, baby. Whew. Pepper is a potent thing, I tell you. That's why it's so good for colds and everything. I love pepper. Um, all right. Oh yeah, you see that? The oil is smoking. It's smoking, which is not a bad thing. It's good. It's good because it's not burning. It's just smoking. You can't see it. Here you go. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this broccoli, and I got to add some of my. I'm gonna add the this part, the head. I'm going to add the head to it, but I'm not going to put the stems in it. The stems, I can put them back in the bag because believe me, I will throw them in the soup. But I'm just going to use a big, not a big amount, a nice amount of the head from just a few of the broccoli. So to just be, you know, spread throughout. I'll chop this up. It'll be spread throughout the burger. Let's see. And I'm going to use my hand and mash this all together. Let me get this out of the way. Use my hand, mash this all together, and then we're going to get a burger on a stove. Now, like I said, when it all gets done, you can add whatever fresh vegetables you want if you want to do that, or put whatever sauce you want on it. Just treat it like your burger. That's all. It's yours. So here we go. Now I don't want to mash it down too much because one thing about these burgers, you want to leave it a little plump because it's not a meat, it's a bean. So you want to leave it a little plump, and then just do it how you want to. I was going to roll it to fit the bread, but I'm just going to do it like this. And here we go. The first one. All right. And make sure it's like when you mold it, just make sure it's together good. That's it. And your grease is nice and hot. And you don't flatten it too much unless you want it flat. It's not going to hurt it either way. But I like mine to be a little thick. This, see? And it don't come apart. So this is a nice idea. And believe me, it is freaking tasty. It is so tasty. Like, I love these. But one thing I can say, I never used jalapeno in it. As much as I love jalapeno, I don't think I had it like every time I made the burgers, the lentil burgers. I don't think I had jalapeno, but I have it now, so of course it's going in. And after it's finished, I'm going in. So, and my soup is just over there, just cooking its heart out. Oh, this is nice. It made five lentil burgers, and I think I used around. If I can give you a roundabout figure, around a cup and a half of lentils to start out before I boiled them, soaked them and boiled them. So yeah, this made five, which is pretty good. We'll move this over. And one thing, when you move them in a pan, you don't have to worry about the burger, like leaving a trail in the oil, unless you use flour. Now some people do that. You can do that, like after you get finished making your burger, then dip it in flour or whatever, like you would do like a meat or something, if you want a crisp, like a crisp from a flour on it. It gets crispy anyway, around the edges and everything, so I don't really worry about that. But if you feel like something like that, that's a nice feature. You could do that too. Okay, got those all in there. So let me wash my hands up and clean off the counter, because of course I made a mess. Of course I did. What I do when I'm in the kitchen. Most of us do that. I'm not going to say I always enjoy cleaning it up, because I don't. And I don't mind busting the suds, but on my groggy days, whoa, when it rain or something, I'm like, oh, don't make a mess. Gina, don't make a mess. Why? Because Gina don't feel like cleaning it up. But that's who got to clean it up. Gina. Um, oh, how do I stand right here and lose my dishcloth? I don't know. There's nothing in here. I literally lost my dishcloth. I'll put it behind the computer. Wow. Come on, man. Come on. Okay, set this here for a minute. And this is a little bit of mushrooms. I'm not gonna use that little bit of mushroom. Now I didn't use my spinach. I think what I'm going to do, I don't want spinach in here. I already had spinach in the soup, so I don't want to over spinach the soup. So what I'm going to do is use this as one of the fresh vegetables on the sandwich, on the tortilla bread. So, and this is good. This is, as you know, most everybody like to put spinach on their sandwiches. So let me put that back in the refrigerator until I'm ready for it. And let me see. I think I know what else I want, and I think I'm going to have it on the side, because I love these little guys. One of these. They're so good and so sweet. So I'm going to use this on it. Let me set it right here. I only need one. Oh, that smells so good. It smells so good. Now let me clean up this counter. And I'm gonna leave the onion. I have the onion, so I'm gonna leave the onion out. I have to wash this, so wash that off because I had them in the bag that they came in, and I stuck it in the refrigerator when I came from the market, but I didn't take them out and wash them down. I usually soak them and wash them down. So as long as I wash them before I put it in my mouth, I'm not going to eat them like that. Okay. And still, I didn't wipe this up. Let me get this off of here first because I don't want to put beans on my dishcloth. That's gross. All right. Put it in my freezer garbage bag. Keep my garbage in the freezer so I won't get smelly, stinky trash. A little tip my mom gave to me. I like to say that when I'm cooking because a lot of people, don't know about that little tip. So I like to spread that good news. It'll help. Whatever helps in the kitchen, help us be safe from the little buggies or whatever. Because as you know, those I don't know where the heck those little teeny flies be coming from, but when you have fruits or something, then them little teeny flies, they come so quick. Like, where do they come from? I've always wondered that, but I never looked it up. I think they used to call them fruit flies when I was growing up, but I don't know if that's the technical term for it. Okay, check these burgers, and they are ready to be flipped. So I am going to flip them over. Oh yeah, they're done. They're done on that side. And like, you're just waiting for them really to just brown. Because as you can see, like, you're only dealing with vegetables, oatmeal, and the lentils are already done. Oh, okay. I thought they had an extra back there. I'm glad it's not. Like, what's going on right here? Okay. It is an extra, but I can't wait to get rid of it. But Here we go. Okay. They're flipped over. And what I need is this little plate right here. I need this plate. And I'm going to show you the burgers. Let me put it where you can see them. This light is okay. There you go. I hope you can see them well. They look delicious, huh? They look delicious. Let me see if I can bring them closer. You can get a really good look. The lighting is so weird. Ooh, I don't want to put the pot on my bowl. Let you see. There you go. So, put this back here and let them finish sizzling. Get that sizzle going. And now I'm going to wash off that little pepper. I can find my vinegar. Oh, here it is. So I only have a little bit of vinegar left, so you don't need much to wash it off. Just give it a little dab. Vinegar is potent. Lemon is potent. Salt is potent. I even use salt to wash my vegetables off. So, and it washes it down really good. And what I want this for is my vegetables. Oh, let me not forget, because I do want to use some spinach. Where's the knife? Oh, I had one up here on the counter. Oh, okay. I'll put it in this. Alrighty, so I'm gonna open this. Take a little spinach out, and the spinach is going to go and soak with the pepper. And it's in cold water, so it won't get all soggy. It'll still have its crisp, but get washed off good. And what I do with this, fold the bag up, give it a little twist, and a little rubber band. So that can stay fresh. And when it gets really overdate, if I'm not finished it yet, I put it in the freezer, of course. Wash it off, transfer it, and put it in the freezer. Transfer it to another bag and stick it in the freezer. So, wash this off. Get that ready. I don't want to leave it in the water. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it in a strainer, take it to the sink and rinse it off, and then put it on a plate so it won't be wet when I go to put it on my sandwich. So let me wash these vegetables off, rinse them off, and I'll get this bowl out of the way. And I gotta turn my soup off. Oh, I don't want my soup to be mushy. Turn my soup off and I'll show you the soup. And I have to see what I'm going to use on my bread. Okay, so I'm gonna put the spinach here. Now this is not the plate that I'm going to put the sandwich on, so don't worry, it won't be all wet. Okay, I don't want to worry about my burgers. Oh, they nice. They nice. They're nice. Let's let them cook up. Looking good. Oh, it's looking good. All right. And I keep on saying I'm going to do a smoothie for y'all. Trying to think, will I do that smoothie now? Because when you do burgers, you want something like a shake, right? Whew. Put my little plate over here. And what I'm going to do now is cut up. I don't need this cut. I'm not going to cut this. I'm going to eat this on the side. I love these. I really do. So I'm going to have spinach and raw onion on the burger. So I'm not going to do much with the onion. I'm just going to slice it. Okay, and the burgers are done. They're done. So I cut the fire off of those, and this is what we're going to use this for the soup. Okay, I'm going to use that for the soup, and let me get my ladle. Because the burgers are done, so I can really put the soup in a cup now. Oh, it looks so good. It really looks good. It looks good. I have to show you before I put it in the cup. Look at that. It really, really looks good. It's a good, hearty soup made with the juice from the lentil. Has tomato, onions, carrots, corn, spinach, and it looks good. So There you go. Oh, look at that. That is a nice looking soup. Okay, let's move on and get our bread because I have the spinach ready. I have the onions ready, and this is going to be on the side. So I'm gonna get the plate for the bread. And let me find a place to put my ladle. I'm trying to work around myself. I'm in my way. Okay. Now, I have this bread right here. I'm going to use this bread. I have some burger buns also, which it would go really, really good on the burger bun. But the only thing is kind of like a potato bread. It's easy on my system, but I don't know. I'm trying to, really, really give my system a rest from things that's, kind of heavy. Might be heavy or something because, yeah, I need to do that. So, I'm going to try this right here. And, um, 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 I'm looking for what I'm going to use. Am I going to use... I don't really want blue cheese. Um, okay. Now, like I said, I want to go vegan, but I'm stuck with this stuff that is not vegan right now. I have blue cheese dressing. I have mayonnaise. I have sour cream. Um, I have mustard and I have honey mustard. But I wonder if honey mustard, like I'm like a cream person. Some people like white sauce and some people like orange sauce, red sauce, or whatever, or sometimes a mixture. But I guess what I'll do is maybe I'll try this. It's organic honey mustard. It don't really seem to go with the dish, but to me, because like I said, I like you know white sauce. But for for this video, I'm going to do this right here. I'm gonna do this, the honey mustard, and as you see, it's a organic honey mustard. It's from Whole Foods, so I'm gonna do that one. Um, I just can't help my taste buds. My taste buds like the other sauce better, but I can adjust. I can adjust. So let me see. We have that right there, the onions and everything. That sauce. I thought I had some more artichoke open. I like artichokes too. I don't believe that I ate all of my artichoke. So I want some of that with it. Let me see. Such a jar. So I'm trying to see where exactly I put it. I have a lot of little jars and cups stuff stored in here, so. Find it. I'm not going to open my fresh one, and I know I didn't eat all of it. Don't worry, I'm not getting ready to cry. I just sound like it. Oh my goodness, I messed up some wraps. I didn't know it wasn't closed up. I messed my wraps up, and I know it was me. Oh, it wasn't my baby girl, because I made some. So it was not my daughter, it was me. I made some, and I forgot to wrap it up good. I must have been in a hurry to eat. Oh. Finally, I knew it was in here. I held y'all up all that time just to find this. Wait a minute. Don't tell me I found it in. I have one artichoke in here. Alrighty. See? So I'm going to have this on the side as well with the pepper. And you can also use, like, I don't throw the juice from the artichoke away. This is a delicious salad dressing. Let me show you. If you ever had it, artichoke hearts. The label is on the top. And it comes in a jar like this. It comes in bigger jars too. But I usually get this. And it costs about $2. So that's pretty good. They last pretty good. But if you use this juice from it, like, don't throw the juice away if you like the taste of it. Use it as a salad dressing. Monster. And I just remembered one other thing that I do like, and I am going to put on here. And horseradish. So I told you I like hot stuff. So I'm going to use the horseradish on it. And honey mustard, the spinach. So let's get into it now. Before you leave me, here's our burger. See that? It's our burger. I'm going to set the burger here. And I'm going to take a second burger. And I'm going to set it on here. Oh, I want you to come with me on this journey. Okay. This is the flatbread. And I put the burger on it. Now, probably would think it would make sense to move it over or cut the burgers in half. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over because I'm eating two of these bad boys. I'm going to tell you that now. I'm eating two of them. Now, I'm going to cover this up. We got our soup in a cup. And I'm going to take and put the spinach on here. and some onions. Ooh. Spinach and onion. Oh boy, that looks really good. It really looks good. I hope you can see it really good. That looks delicious. And I'll take the honey mustard. Before I take the honey, no, I'm gonna put the honey mustard on it first. Not too much because I don't want it to fall all over, all wild like. So I'll just put a taste like that of the honey mustard. I'm gonna let you know now. I'm not thrilled about just using honey mustard. If I had avocado, I would put that on there as well. That'll make me feel a little bit better. But this also makes me feel a little bit better using the horseradish. So I'm gonna spread the horseradish on it. Mmm, that looks good. Put this up. And again, I'll save the smoothie for another video. Okay? That's what I'll do. I'll save it for another video. I'm always saying that, but we're gonna get to our smoothie, God willing. God willing, we'll get to our smoothie. So I'm gonna fold that over, and the artichoke is going to go over here, and the pepper is going to go over here, and we have our soup. And the rest of this I'll put up, or either just dump it in the soup. I think I'll do that because the soup is still hot. It's not going to hurt it. Should I dump it in the soup? I'll dump it in the soup. It's nice and clean. So I'll just put it in the rest of the soup. Give it a little stir. And guess what? It's just going to give it a different type of flavor. Like just a little different. So here we are. This is the part of the video where we say bon appetit, and then we eat. Let me move this over a little bit, just a little. And here's the presentation. Such a beautiful sandwich. And this is it. I could have had more artichoke, but that's enough for me. That's enough for me, and this one pepper is enough. And the soup. For those who might have missed it, that's the nice hearty soup. Let me get a spoon and show you. Like that's one big delicious bite. Look, you can see the cucumber. This is a cucumber. Right there. That's a cucumber. Looks like an onion, but it's a cucumber. So, we're going to give it a little taste. Thank God for this food. And give it a little taste. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is seasoned just right. And with the I had no water in it. Cooked it with the juice from cooking the lentils. There's no beans in here, but the water off of the lentils. Oh my goodness, it's delicious. Mm. Girlfriend, girlfriend. I don't hate to tell you. All right, now here go the sandwich, and we're gonna take a little bite of this sandwich. Mm, 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 mm. That jalapeno, it bursts through, and the meaty taste of that bean burger, the lentil burger. Mm, 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 mm. You can dip this, but it don't need it. Not them little teeny ones. They so sweet. Mm. And for a bite of the artichoke. Mm, mm. Okay, let me just tell you this. I'm no longer disappointed by the honey mustard being on this burger, on this bean burger. No longer. It's just right. It is just right. I love a tasty meal and one that's good for me. I really do. Mm, it's so good. So, you know what I'm going to do now? We don't taste all the food. So now I have to get you a poem. I have to. So that's what I'm going to do now. You hold on 1 second. Okay, I have one here, and it's called Mind's View. Mm, okay. All right. The Mind's View. Many visions, many dreams, some so blurry, some so clear. The mind's views takes us anywhere. Views of places we've never been, we view them once or again and again. Our mind's views are beautifully seen in the quiet of our dreams. Views from before or of the future. Live well in your views. All of the others are like you, have the same views to make them true. All of the others that are like you have the same views to make them true. Thank you. Ah, peace. I hope you enjoyed the video and keep on loving.